Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want to do a quick sound check and a visual check. You can click on click your comment box, the comment section, and please let me know if you can hear me and see me. Great. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. All right, welcome, everyone. Welcome, 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 friends. Welcome to the first ever joint virtual summit hosted by Hep B United and TB Elimination Alliance. Woohoo! So you can use your little emojis. You can do the clap button, the laughing emoji thing on the bottom right. On behalf of the Hepatitis B Foundation, the Association of Asian Pacific Community Health Organizations, or you can call us APCHO for short, the Asian and Pacific Islander American Health Forum, and Stop TB USA, we would like to welcome all community members, patients, and survivors, as well as providers, staff, and administrators of various healthcare and community-based organizations. My name is Joe Lee, and I am the Director of Strategic Initiatives and Partnerships of APCHO, and I am proud to be serving as one of the steering committee members of the TB Elimination Alliance. And I am honored to be here as one of your moderators for this year's virtual summit. We are so excited to have many people join us from across the I hear a video playing. Oh, it's paused now. Great. Well, thank you for the exciting music. As I was saying, we are so excited to have many people join us from across the continental U.S., Hawaii, the U.S. territories, and the freely associated states. Thank you for taking the time to learn about how we can eliminate hepatitis B and tuberculosis together. As you saw in the advertisements, the theme of this year's summit is Centering Community to Advance Health Equity. So to kick off our summit, I would like to welcome three esteemed speakers for today's opening session. And since we are limited on time, I will be introducing each speaker just by their name, title, and organization, and I will be writing their biographies into the chat box. So our first speaker will be Jeffrey Caballero, who is the Executive Director of the Association of Asian Pacific Community Health Organizations. Okay, Jeff, I'm handing the invisible microphone over to you.
I have this video on. How do I turn it off?
You know, I see the same video in front of me too. You can just ignore it.
Yes. Can you hear me all right, Joe?
Oh, no, your voice is a little distant. And take your time.
I'm sorry for my technical difficulties. Is that much better?
Yes. Now we can hear you loud and clear.
Roll your buttons on the screen. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jeff Caballero. As Joe noted, I'm the Executive Director of the Association of Asian Pacific Community Organizations, APCHO for short. It is my honor to welcome you all to the first virtual joint summit of Hep B United and the Tuberculosis Elimination Alliance coalitions. As many of you may know, Hep B United has been gathering like this for nearly 10 years. And for those of you who are part of the Tuberculosis Elimination Alliance, you know that we first met last year. However, I hope that there are many of you who have never joined us before, because these gatherings are very important to us. We come together like this to underscore the importance of community leadership. Yes, it is true that hepatitis B and tuberculosis are different diseases. However, responding to COVID the last year and a half has taught us, particularly those who serve disproportionately affected populations, we have more similarities than differences. That is why having the summit to give us an opportunity to continue expanding our network, to learn from each other, and challenging ourselves to improve the ways that we can, and asking why not. But before we start, it's very important for us to acknowledge and to thank a few folks. First and foremost, I want to thank the community leaders, the providers, the survivors, that are present and have been present with us for the last 10 years, or the last year, or again, here for the very first time. I also want to thank CDC for their partnership and our respective planning and joint planning committee members for making this agenda real. But last but not least, I want to thank again our national partners, the Hep B Foundation, the Stop TB USA folks, and the Asian Pacific American Health Forum for stepping up and sharing this journey together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for your opening remarks. Next, I am really happy to introduce you all to Sherry Cohen, the Senior Vice President of the Hepatitis B Foundation. All right, Sherry, handing the microphone over to you.
Thank you, Joe. And thank you, Jeff. I'm always so inspired by your words, and I'm very grateful to have you as a partner and friend. I'm also very happy to be here, even virtually again, and I look forward to the next 2 days. We are going to learn about new innovations, best practices, and strategies, discuss ways to expand our joint efforts, and we are here to put a much-needed focus on the communities that are so impacted by hepatitis B and tuberculosis. We have a full agenda of expert presentations, panel discussions, and poster sessions. We will hear from local community leaders, people who are personally impacted by both hepatitis B and TB, clinicians on the front line of managing and treating both, academic and public health researchers, and state and federal partners. We will also have partner booths with excellent educational resources. There's an interactive chat room you can see down the bottom where there are all these kind of fun little interactive things that we can do. And these are here to help us connect with each other and to engage with each other throughout the summit. So please make sure you share your virtual hugs and chat with colleagues and friends. And also please reach out to people who are new to you and start a chat with them. It could be the start of a fruitful new collaboration and a new friendship. I want to thank our TEA partners for welcoming us into your world. Working with you for the past 24 months, I have learned so much, and we have already seen how working together is benefiting our community-focused hepatitis B work. This is our 9th annual Hep B United Summit, and for the first time, we are co-hosting with the TB Elimination Alliance. This is so exciting. We are opening up and we are expanding our reach, but it's also new, and anything new can be a bit nerve-wracking. And so many of you are meeting for the first time. So let me reassure you, we are not veering from our mission to eliminate hepatitis B or to eliminate TB. We are here to find new ways to meet the needs of our communities. This is what makes our joint summit so meaningful. Each coalition on its own has a mission that strives to improve the lives of our communities. And through cross-collaboration, we leverage our knowledge, expertise, and voices so that we can make strides in community programming for both hepatitis B and TB. I want to thank the founding members and steering and advisory committees of both Hep B United and the TEA. I offer special thanks to the CDC Division of TB Elimination and Division of Viral Hepatitis for your commitment to our coalitions and to our communities. It is important that we continue these collaborations, and your support is key to this endeavor. Working together, we can continue to forge community power, amplify our voices, and develop inclusive and sustainable solutions that will help us eliminate hepatitis B and latent TB infection in the U.S. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sherry, for your opening remarks. All right, last but not least, we have the amazing Juliet Choi, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Asian Pacific Islander American Health Forum. Juliet, you have the microphone.
Great, Joe. Thank you so much. And Jeff and Shari, and especially to everybody that's joining us for the summit. This is really, really a momentous convening. If you don't mind my sharing, and Jeff, wink, wink, I just want to personally share the power of our respective communities. I am willing to share with all of you that, close to 10 years ago, I had no idea and appreciation how Hep B really, really impacts our Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander communities. I had a conversation with Jeff, followed that up with someone I think some of us know. His name is Dr. Howard Koh. And I made an immediate appointment because of the talking points and the checklists this community pushed out. I called my personal family physician and said, I need to talk to you about Hep B and how this impacts me and my community. And literally, that was such a health impacting action. And I have this community, all of you, to thank because of the power that you have in making sure our communities get the information that they need and can take the action that we all want to mobilize collectively. I think, in short, the fact that with our government, our private sector, our community partners, we're hosting the first ever Hep B as well as tuberculosis convening. This is absolutely brilliant. And if we can just share a community to community, family to family, neighbor to neighbor conversation, this is exactly what it takes. What we do so well collectively when we come together and we put our heart and our passion up front is we know that we can harness the power of a national advocacy voice with the heart and passion of taking care of our families and neighbors. And to our government partners, our community partners, our private sector partners, our elders, our aunties and uncles, you just have my incredible heartfelt thanks. You continue to motivate and inspire me. I think if I can, as I wrap up my remarks and as we engage in additional conversations, I would also invite us to think, what is the same within our community for the AA and HPI communities writ large over the last many, many years? And what is really, really different? And if you have a moment to sort of like be a little bit of a nerd and look at the statistics and some of the analysis, I do want to highlight one of my dear colleagues in DC highlighted to me. Can we realize and appreciate that in 1990, we had less than 40 counties or local municipalities that could claim they had an Asian American population of 5% or more. So back in 1990, less than 40 counties could claim an Asian American population of 5% or more. With the Census 2020, and I know in so many states, folks are facing and engaged with their election day today, so civic engagement. But with Census 2020, what it's revealed is that we have, if I get my count and my research right, we have 176 counties across the United States and territories where we can claim an Asian, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander population of 5% or more. And what that declares is our community, we are growing. We are the fastest growing racial ethnic population in the United States. What this means in terms of our power of our voice and how we can advocate for care and holistic care, this just means the opportunities going forward are really, really endless. So with the work that you have led and that you continue to do, I'm so, so grateful as an individual for your inspiration. And to Jeff and Sherry and Joe, all of our partners who are tuning in today, I hope we get the chance in 2022 to see each other in person. But please, thank you again for your continued inspiration. And I'll turn it back to you, Joe.
Thank you so much, Juliet, for your opening remarks. Thank you once again to Jeff, Dr. Cohen, and Juliet for your just great remarks and for your fearless leadership to eliminate hepatitis B and tuberculosis in communities nationally and globally. So if folks can join me in a virtual round of applause, you can click on those buttons below. All right. We would now like to invite everyone to our first panel of today's School Summit, which is titled Local Innovations and Hep B and TB Prevention Efforts. So this panel is actually starting now. And after the panel, there will be 2 concurrent workshop sessions at 3:15 Eastern. One of the workshops is titled Leveraging Data to Strengthen Hepatitis B and TB Elimination Strategies. And the other workshop is titled Barriers to Screening and Testing in the Pacific Islander Community. Finally, at the conclusion of today's summit, we will have a panel discussion focused on parallel strategies for screening, testing, treatment, and maintenance. At any point during the summit, if you need technical support, please feel free to contact our fabulous colleagues and summit organizers, Evelyn Moa and Kate Morales. Once again, thank you everyone for joining, and see you at the panel and the workshops. Thank you, everyone. Take care.